All right, good morning. So we were at day 7. One thing I did forget to add in the initial intro was that there was actually a bit of an altercation today on top of that. So we had a little domestic violence case that occurred, but I'll get into it after this. But this is me just going down to start my day. Don't look too brown at the moment, but we'll see what happens in the next slide. We're not too brown. Like it's kind of, I guess it's washed off enough that it's kind of natural-ish, which is a good thing. I was getting a bit concerned there last night. Today, gonna hit a gym sesh with one of the guys. So the way that it works is the car that gets shared around the new people. So there's 2 guys, one's been here 4 months, one's been here 3. They've had a rental car that they get to drive around with that you can still drive an Australian license. They've pretty much had in possession between the 2 of them because they live at the same place, which is I think like 15-20 minutes from here. So they're going to come swing by and pick me up in about half an hour. Going to go gym. One of the blokes is getting a tan, but I'll be with them and they're going to take me to the photo shoot because the photo shoot is with them. I got specifically organised to be with them so they could all just pick me up and we could go from there. I'm pretty sure it's individual shots anyway, but it'll be good to just sort of have a bit more to do. So I'm gonna try, I think it's called EOS. Now I think this has a basketball court there, or at least some of them have basketball courts there. If this gym does have a basketball court there, that'd be sick. Like I'd love to sort of be able to get some shots up now and then, get the cardio up. But if this one doesn't, it's fine. But I am still on the lookout for one of those gyms. You know, you see them all the time where people have like, you know, random pickup games. There's a whole lot of guys that are just sort of playing. I just want to find one of those kind of courts where I can just jump in, play for a little bit, and then just piss off. Like no obligation, don't have to rock up every week. None of that's, you know, social league stuff. Just plain old pickup. I know that it can get pretty heated and aggressive sometimes. I've watched enough YouTube videos of all those street ballers to know that that's going to be the case. But yeah, just there to put shots up. So we'll see if we can get some footage. We've gone the sushi, boiled eggs, cherry tomatoes, and some roast potato combo. Probably put a bit too much sriracha on to go with the coffee. Coffee and sriracha is an awful combo. Do not recommend. 1 out of 10. So you'll see in a second, I went to go outside of my room and there was a security that told me to wait in my room. You can kind of see him through the little eye hole there. I was wondering what was going on, but it ended up being like a full-blown domestic. So when I went to actually exit out of my room, he goes, "Hey mate, can you stay in there for a second?" I sort of listened in and there was just like a bunch of, I guess, either Hispanic or Spanish people. It was definitely not English, like full yelling at each other, absolutely yelling. He's like, "Look, I'll knock on the door and I'll come grab you when I can get you." So I probably waited like maybe 5-10 minutes for this guy to come get me. He eventually knocks on the door. I was like, all right, cool. Like it's all sorted, it's settled now. So I'm thinking, you know, it might just be him that's just there. I walk out and there's like maybe 10 to 12 of the Excalibur security that are like, you know, holding this guy down within like his room. It's like, what the fuck is going on? But on a lighter note, my iced coffee and piece of fruit seems to be an unmatched fucking pre-workout combo. Been having great workouts since I've been doing this. So just on the way to EOS, it's crazy how you just go 1 second out of the city and all of a sudden you're seeing like basically mountains ahead of you. I feel like Vegas is one of those cities that you could just get from one side to the other in like 30 minutes and then it's just desert. So this was EOS. I don't actually know what it stood for. I couldn't find anywhere where it said what the acronym actually was. It was a pretty big gym. Like for those that know Derrimut back in Melbourne, it was probably like the size of that plus an upstairs. All the equipment was relatively new. But it had just like a lot of what I would consider casual gym goals, which is so fine. But when you compare it to the other gym that I was going to, that I really enjoyed, that was, which is Fit Club, which I really liked. Overall, I'd give EOS probably like a 7.5 out of 10. The vibe was kind of average, but the gym equipment, the gym size, was actually really good. So that's probably why it gets that's 7.5. Not that I'm an expert or anything, but that's just where I place it. Just my opinion. This would be the other place where I'll be staying if I do decide to move out of the Excalibur. It's about 10-15 minutes outside of the Las Vegas Strip. This is just me being a fucking diva, getting my makeup and hair and all sorts of stuff done, which is pretty funny. And this is just the photo room that we're taking photos. We ended up getting some really great shots, which I'll put up. Just keep it in mind that I'm not actually supposed to be showing these at all. This is just a photo of the screen, of his screen showing the photos, but please do not pass this on because I'll get in a lot of trouble. He did also show me some photos from the previous photo shoot, which I hadn't seen at all, which is the one that we did in that like little outback location called the Valley of Fire. I wasn't really supposed to give away the location, but whilst we're here, here's some photos of that one as well. That was just all natural terrain. That's no Photoshop, nothing in the background. Tell you what, I'm looking forward to getting all this fucking makeup off, makeup and tan. I was gonna have a shower before the show tonight, but just ran out of time. It's been pretty busy. I was with two of the guys that stay at one of the other places in the other accommodation, because there was no point, you know, after they drove me around to the shoot, going back to here, then back to theirs, then back to here again, because this is where we perform. So yeah, just looking forward to winding down. Got up on stage again for an actual routine, the very first one. I didn't really nail it, but they were pretty impressed that even though I didn't nail it, like I didn't freak out or freeze or anything. I literally just, you know, tried to get back into rhythm and then moved on. So it was the first proper choreography, I guess, that I've done up on stage. It was probably like a 5 out of 10 as far as execution, but you know, it's all part of it. Another thing, I've done an absolute naughty no-no. I've taken something out of the EDR. You're not supposed to take anything out of it because obviously people just fucking stack up their plates and go home with it. I've already stolen forks, so forks, knives, cutlery, and now I'm stealing full plates of food. In here is a shepherd's pie, which I'll show you guys tomorrow. I'm fucking keen as to get into it, but I've got a fridge now, so I can store food. But I didn't take a photo of my last meal, but it was literally just chicken, broccoli, and rice. It was boring as, with a bit of sriracha, because I had so many snacks at the photo shoot. They had so many different foods and stuff that we had to eat. No, I hadn't eaten at all, and I was not going to eat for hours because that took between sort of 12 till 5 p.m. So it wasn't that bad food, but like I just have to, you know, I'm still trying to keep track of it, still trying to keep on top of my physique, my fitness. I just don't, they're the things that I like doing, so I don't want to lose sight of that. But when I was in the EDR tonight eating my chicken, rice, and broccoli, everyone was saying how good this fucking shepherd's pie was. So I've taken some home. It's basically obviously just mashed potato, mince, and veggies, so it can't be that bad. But I'm thinking that's probably going to be breakfast tomorrow. I don't have a microwave in here though. I just thought about that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I know there's a microwave in the staff kitchen that we use. Well, it's not a staff kitchen. It's literally just a microwave that's sitting in the dressing room. But I'll probably just have to like sneak in, use that. But I'm super keen for it. It's fucking pretty hot sitting on my lap. I covered it. I found a plastic bag that they use for all the bread rolls. Then there was no rolls left in it. And I covered the top of it with serviettes, so it looked like a proper takeaway. I didn't want to get all the boys in trouble, I guess. The last thing I want to do is have everyone have their EDR privileges, like employee dining room privileges, taken away from them because I've gone and taken something. But I did get consent from all the guys before I took it away, so it's half on them too. But I'm gonna have a shower and call it a night. See you tomorrow.